Welcome to the deep dive. If you're tuning in, chances are you're aiming for, well, something more than just the daily grind. You're probably looking for, real freedom, genuine financial independence, maybe making a real impact, building a legacy.
Absolutely. Big goals.
And the exciting thing is, these aren't just pipe dreams. Today, we're diving into a really powerful framework. It's like a clear roadmap to get you there, especially in the franchising world.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're talking about George Knauf's hierarchy of franchising. And look, this isn't some academic theory cooked up somewhere. It's a real-world framework built from decades of actual experience, owning franchises, developing them, consulting, the whole 9 yards.
So our mission today is pretty clear. Unpack this step-by-step path, the one entrepreneurs use to go from feeling maybe stuck in a job to actually building generational wealth, through franchising specifically.
Exactly. And it doesn't matter if you're, say, fresh out of college, or maybe a corporate exec thinking about a change, or just someone who knows deep down they're meant for more. This hierarchy, it can really help you see where you are now and, importantly, light up that path forward.
It's like a GPS for building your business future.
That's a great way to put it. And what's really interesting is how Knauf sets this up against Maslow's hierarchy,
Yeah, the needs pyramid, food, shelter.
Exactly. Maslow starts with basic survival. But Knauf says, look, for entrepreneurs, especially in franchising, the starting point is different. Survival isn't the main goal.
Okay.
You're really, after time, freedom, financial independence, making an impact, leaving that legacy. And to get those things, you need a different kind of map.
So it's not just a neat comparison. He's saying the foundation is practical, built from experience.
Totally. Less theory, more what actually works out there.
Okay, so how does that hands-on foundation shape the first step?
It makes it super actionable. It's built on wins and losses, Which brings us right to level 1. Learn the game basic skills, systems, and foundation.
Learn the game. Okay.
This is where most folks start their franchising journey. And the core idea is really smart. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Partner with a proven franchise system. You plug into their playbook, basically, to learn how the game is played.
So like joining a winning team instead of starting your own league from zero.
Precisely. Yeah. Spot on. So at this stage, you're mastering the essentials by following that existing playbook. You learn the day-to-day operations, how to hire good people, how to lead them effectively.
And the numbers side too, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Getting a real handle on the financials, the KPIs, key performance indicators, those metrics that tell you exactly how things are going. Think customer retention, average sale, that kind of stuff.
Crucial stuff.
And a huge piece here is mentorship. Learning from people who've already done it successfully.
And who's this really ideal for? The source mentions quite a range. Recent grads, parents coming back to work, veterans, career changers.
Yeah, and especially those corporate folks looking to break out of the 9 to 5.
Right. So you're not just opening a shop, you're building that muscle memory for ownership, the mindset you need later.
Exactly. Building operational confidence. It's the foundation.
Okay, so you've mastered that first unit. It's running smoothly, hitting its numbers. What's next for someone ambitious? You've proved the concept. How do you multiply it?
Good question. That leads naturally into level 2, scale 1, brand, multi-unit ownership and leadership.
Scaling up.
Right. Once you get that one unit humming, the logical step is expansion. You're not just operating anymore. You're scaling by opening more locations of the same brand.
And this is where that leverage idea really kicks in.
This is exactly where the magic of leverage starts. And your role changes significantly here.
How so?
Well, you're building a management team now, creating systems so you can delegate effectively, stepping back from the front lines.
Getting out of the weeds.
The mindset shifts from just keeping one afloat to really thinking about scalability. How do we grow this thing?
Which means
developing middle managers, implementing SOPs, standard operating procedures, those step-by-step guides.
just consistency.
Right, exactly. Ensuring every location runs the same way, same quality. And scaling your marketing, your customer acquisition across all units. This is often where people start to feel that real-time freedom.
Working on the business, not just in it. That's the classic line, isn't it?
It really is. And it's achievable here.
Okay, so that's the dream for many. Moving from operator to strategist. Once you've got that multi-unit operation for one brand running well, where does Knauf's map point next?
Well, you've pushed that one brand pretty far. Now it's about gaining something else. Options. Real options.
Options.
Which takes us to level 3. Build a portfolio.
Yeah.
Multiple brands, multiple streams.
Ah, diversification.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Moving beyond just scaling one brand to strategically diversifying, you start thinking like a true CEO, like an investor.
So not just more units of the same thing, but different types of businesses. How does that work strategically? Give me an example.
Sure. So you might add complementary brands. Maybe you have a fitness franchise and you add a wellness or a health food concept,
Surgery.
right? Or maybe a cleaning service paired with a restoration business. It spreads risk, creates different income streams. You might even buy underperforming locations of other brands and use your skills to turn them around.
Applying your proven system to a new context?
Precisely. And a key move here is using profits from brand A to fund getting into brand B.
Mm.
Think about it. You're plugging into multiple established systems, sometimes simultaneously. Pre-built brand recognition, existing supply chains.
You're skipping years of groundwork compared to starting from scratch each time.
Exactly. It compresses that time to profitability massively.
That's a huge advantage. The organization must get more complex too, right? You can't run 3 different brands the way you ran one unit.
Oh, absolutely. This is where you often bring in a COO, someone to oversee operations across the whole portfolio.
Centralizing things.
Yeah, creating central teams, HR, finance, marketing that serve all the brands. It drives efficiency, consistency. You might form a holding company. Maybe start looking at new regions.
This level of strategic organization. That's why the source says these franchisees can sometimes build wealth faster than traditional entrepreneurs.
That's a big part of it. You're leveraging proven systems across different areas.
Okay, so you've built this diversified portfolio. It's substantial. What's the next evolution, especially if you're thinking long-term wealth, maybe an exit?
That leads perfectly into level 4. Build for private equity, the exit strategy.
Ah, the end game for some.
Right. At this stage, the focus shifts. You're optimizing the whole enterprise not just for ongoing profit, but specifically to be attractive for an acquisition, building something someone else really wants to buy.
And what does PE look for? What makes a portfolio irresistible to them or another big buyer?
Well, our sources really nail this down. First, squeaky clean financials. Everything transparent, accurate, no questions.
Makes sense.
Then documented systems and processes. They need to see it runs without you necessarily being there every day.
The plug-and-play idea.
Exactly. Also, sustainable margins, strong leadership teams already in place, and a clear path for future growth. Solid expansion plans.
So you need the history, the team, and the future potential.
You got it. And PE firms love franchise portfolios for these reasons. They see them as predictable, scalable, operationally sound, often lower risk, high return potential for them.
It really is like building a machine designed to be sold in a way. So when PE does come calling, what options does the owner have? Just sell and walk away?
That's one option, sure. A complete exit, big payday. But there's flexibility.
Like what?
You could reinvest some of the money, partner with a PE firm, and use their capital and connections to scale even bigger. That happens a lot.
Taking it to another level with partners?
Right. Or you could recapitalize, take some chips off the table, get some cash out, but keep ownership and keep building.
Interesting. So multiple paths, even at the exit stage. This is where serious wealth gets created, not just from profits, but from that equity value.
Absolutely. Building something valuable enough that major investors want in. That's a huge milestone.
Okay, so that's a massive achievement. But there's one more level, the absolute top.
Yes, the pinnacle. Level 5. Own the system master franchise, regional developer, or franchisor.
Own the system.
This is what George Knauf calls true empire building. It's a fundamental shift. You're not just operating or investing in businesses anymore. You're the ecosystem architect.
Wow. Architect the whole thing. How does that play out?
You're building the systems that let others build businesses. 3 main roles here. First, you could be a master franchisee.
Okay, what's that?
You buy the rights for an existing brand for a whole region, maybe even a country. Your job is then to recruit, train, and support new franchisees in your territory. And you earn royalties from their businesses.
Leveraging someone else's brand to build your own network.
Exactly. Second, you could be a regional developer, kind of a bridge between the main franchisor and the local owners. You lead the growth in a specific area, help find sites, get new units opened, and usually earn overrides or commissions.
Still involved in growth, but more strategically.
Right. And the third path is becoming a franchisor yourself.
The ultimate step. Starting your own.
Either starting your own brand from scratch, building the whole playbook, the systems, everything. Or acquiring an existing small brand and turning it into a franchise. Then you license it out to others.
That sounds huge. the benefits must be significant.
Immense. We're talking recurring royalty streams, building massive brand equity, making a national or even international impact. You've gone from employee to owner to investor, and now, really, a legacy builder.
That's quite the journey. So we've walked through all 5 levels. Let's bring it back to everyone listening. After hearing this roadmap, where do you see yourself?
Yeah, take a second. Our source makes a great point. A lot of people don't climb this ladder because they honestly just don't know it exists.
Yeah.
But now, you do.
So what's the key takeaway?
It's about being intentional. This hierarchy gives you that clarity.
Yeah.
Step 1, figure out, honestly, where are you right now on this ladder?
Okay.
Step 2, decide where you want to go next. What's the next level that excites you? And step 3, make a real plan to get there.
And it's okay if the top isn't the goal for everyone, right?
Absolutely. There is no wrong level. Some people build amazing lives and businesses staying at level 2, multi-unit ownership. Others feel that pull towards level 5. The critical thing isn't hitting the top necessarily.
It's moving with intention, knowing your direction.
Exactly. Having a clear, intentional path for your journey.
And that really highlights why franchising can be such a potent tool. It can be that first step into ownership, a way out of corporate burnout towards more freedom, a strategy for faster financial growth, and yeah, a clear path to building a real legacy.
So consider this final thought. Maybe that true ownership, that real financial and time freedom. Maybe it's a lot closer, more accessible than you thought.
If you just know the roadmap.
If you know the roadmap.
As you've heard about these levels, level 1, level 2, all the way up, it begs the question, doesn't it? Where do you fit? What's the next big step this framework helps you see?
And you don't have to figure this out in a vacuum. The source material we use today points towards resources, like myperfectfranchise.com. Their whole mission is helping people find the right brand, the right strategy, the structure that fits them, helping them climb this ladder with clarity.
The ladder is here. It's your move. Let's build.